My name is James, my nickname is Sandy, my surname is Powell DSM MBE. I served under, I forgot his flaming name, isn't it? Ian Fleming was my boss in a special unit called the 30th Assault Unit Commando. We were trained at Littlehampton, and we did a lot of training in Scotland, all over the place, Isle of Wight, and eventually we came over here. I was a pathfinder, 30 AU. There were three of us, and we landed between the St. Pont and, I can never get the name, Burville, St. Germain.
Over in the American sector?
Yeah, we were the only Britishers in the American sector. We served with them in Normandy, Brittany, across France, into Germany, and we finished up with them. We left them in Cologne, and we went, the idea was to link up with the Russians, but after going through Kiel and being 60 miles away from them, the powers that be decided to stop us, and we didn't go any farther. Otherwise we might have got to Berlin. Our objectives were always what Ian Fleming wanted. He had what he called a shopping list. And on the list was targets we had to find and get information or plans that weren't destroyed before the Germans left. Our story will never be told because I think all the papers were destroyed after the war. I think it's hypersensitive. Slightly, some of it was political, I suppose, it's very difficult. But I've tried always, so have many of my friends, to get the real true story told. Actually, we have a book out called Attained by Surprise. But the true story is not. It's too technical for people.
Yeah.
Because it's all to do with spying and information and plans. And a lot of people find it very dull. Well, I got the DSM. Three of us went into a large radar station which was supposed to hold 2,800 Germans. And they killed some resistance boys, tortured them and killed them. And the people of St. Pabou in the Brest Peninsula decided that we should go and kill them all. Well, of course, there was only 10 of us. But we went in and we bluffed them. And while we were in, the officer went with their officer to find the Americans. And one of them brought some Merzak coffee made of acorns, and I took a sip and spit it out. So they pointed their guns at me and we pointed their guns at them. And then the next thing that happened was, we were in about an hour, just the two of us, and next thing that happened, the Africa Corps sergeant spit on me boots, so I accidentally wiped them on his trousers. Up came the guns again, down they went. But to cut a long story short, they did surrender, and one German came up, spoke in German English, and he gave me a camera. He said, "This is no good to me, you can have it." I put it on the wall because I was getting the Germans to give their weapons up, and I spotted a little wire sticking out. I put it over the wall and fired at it, and boof, yes, it was booby-trapped. I searched over 1,000 Germans, I couldn't find them, and I'm not going to say what I would have done. Yes, I went to the Far East after France, yeah. Yes, I was the only Englishman to captain the Hong Kong colony football team. Nothing to do with the war, but my war ended in 1948 in Palestine. So my war went on to 1948.
And what did you do after the war then?
I was a policeman for 25 years. And then I ran a disabled centre with the elderly captain sick. And then, of course, when you get to be 65, you get the boot. Yeah. So I was disgusted. But I got the MBE, I got it at the Palace of the Queen for 60 years voluntary work. So.
In which volunteer work in what areas then?
Sea cadets, boxing clubs, community centres.
What do you remember about the night itself then? Were you, obviously you had a very important job to do. Were you nervous or apprehensive? Or?
Well, anybody who tells you they weren't scared of telling lies. Believe you me. No, of course you've got to be scared. But at the same time, you're training.
It's healthy to be a little bit scared.
Yeah, well, you're training, of course. You can overcome it that way.
Yeah.
But you have a bit of excitement about it. The adrenaline flows and all this,
What age were you then when
I was, actually, when I did the jump over here, I was 21. 21? Yeah, 21. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I'd have missed out a lot out of life if I hadn't been all through that. Yeah. I can remember General Collins, the American general. At Cherbourg, we took General Karl von Schleilen and Admiral Thurchig.
They held out for ages, these guys, in a fortified position.
Yeah, but what we did, we got a tank and fired at the rear of this underground, and they came out the front door and we were waiting for them. Easy.
Easy, really.
Easy, yeah, like a comic book. Oh, as I say, it's quite exciting.
Yeah, I'd say it was.
You've worn me out talking, you know.
I'm sorry. Well, you're a good talking. Well, thank you very much for.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much indeed.